Independent Challenge 1 for Module 4. Go ahead and choose Word and select Blank Document. And from the blank document, save the document as IL_WD_4_client visits. And then select Insert, Table, 5 columns and 4 rows. And I know if you're looking in the textbook, there's more than 4 rows, but we just want to show you how you can add more rows. So you're just going to type in the text. Remember to move from one cell to the next. To go forward, it's Tab. To go backwards, it's Shift Tab. Go ahead and fill this in. From the cell that you just finished, you don't want to press Enter to start a new row. That just makes that row wider. You could just press Tab and it'll give you a new row underneath Pharmacy, or you could hover over the border on Pharmacy and click the Insert Control button. Either way, you want to start another new row, and you're going to do 4 more. Once all of your data is completed, you'll notice that column 1, Insurance and Other Support, went down, wrapped down to another line in that row, so it made the rows uneven. So when you originally created your table and you clicked Insert Table, 5 columns, 4 rows, based on your margins, Word divided the columns, the 5 columns, of equal width, which is fine, but you need column 1 to be a lot wider than the rest of the columns. So if you hover over between the boundary between column 1 and column 2, you get those double arrows, and you're just going to hold and drag until support fits on the same row. Now what happened is you made quarter 1 column very narrow, and the rest of 2, 3, and 4 did not change. So what we'll do now is actually hover on the top border, the boundary of quarter 1, it changes to an arrow. Hold and drag so you select all 4 of the columns. And then we'll choose Distribute Columns. I'm not including the first one because, again, it would distribute all 5 and it would make it small again. I just want these 4 quarters to be equal, and then choose Distribute Columns. Perfect. Click anywhere in your table, and we're going to sort the departments in alphabetical order. Notice there's row 1 is a column header. It has the names of the fields or the columns, department, quarter 1, quarter 2, etc. So click Sort, and then make sure My List has header row is selected, and then it automatically takes the title of the very first column. And it's text because that's what's in there. And if you have descending order from the previous assignment, make sure it's ascending order, alphabetic order, and it should be the very first one should be Adult Family Care. So go ahead and click OK. There, now it's in alphabetic order by department. Now we need to add a total row under Pharmacy, and after quarter 4 a total column. So if you hover over to the border at Pharmacy, you have your Insert Control button, or if you're in Pharmacy, you can just click Insert Below, and then you'll type Total and Tab. So what you'd want to do now, you don't have to get a calculator out. Word actually has a built-in calculator for you. It's not as wonderful as Excel, but it does have a calculator, and it will not include the title Q1 because that's it's a text character. It won't include it in the total. So make sure you have the table layout button selected, and there is actually a formula button, and it'll come up automatically. Equals, looks familiar to Excel, sum above, so it's going to add everything above. Click OK, then click into the next cell, and you could continue doing the same thing, or not this repeat up in the quick access toolbar, but there is a quick repeat key that is a function key. It's those function numbers at the top of your keyboard. F4 will repeat that same formula. So mine didn't, so I'm just going to click. So if you click anything else, it forgets. So now I'm going to do it right away. Click in here, F4. Now I need a new column, so I'll click the Insert Control button, or I could choose Insert Right, and then I'll type Total. And then when I'm ready for my first total, again, I'll go to Formula, and it'll automatically know that I want to equal sum left, all the numbers to the left. And then OK. I'm going to carefully press the down arrow, F4, down arrow, and continue. I don't know if yours changed the insurance and other support, so I manually have to adjust it again, and then I'll have to manually select all 5 of the columns and distribute evenly. So the next thing you'll do is go into table design and go into table styles and select a style that you find interesting or helpful or colorful, whatever you'd like. And if you wanted to take right now, remember the table style options. First column, all it does is put it in bold. So if you wanted to take it off of bold, you could select that. The banded rows where they're gray, white, if you uncheck it, it takes it off. So it's up to you what you'd like to adjust on here. It's your choice. You can select what you want. You could even actually select if you wanted to choose different shades between the rows. You could do that as well. So maybe I wanted to add that. And it should remember the shading yellow. And then I'm going to use Control and do 2 of them at the same time with the yellow. So it's up to you how you want to set it up. The next thing we'll do is going to do a select the title row, and they would want the size to be 18. So I'm going to go back home. And then they want it scaled at 80%. So that is in the font group. Under Advanced, Scale, select 80%, and they want the spacing, the character spacing, by 1 point. And it just makes it narrower. And then we'll create a header. So you'll choose Insert, Header, and I'll select the very first one. If you want to go ahead and select something else, you're more than welcome to. And then in the placeholder, you'll type the title. And if you wanted to change the font, increase the size, you're welcome to select anything you like. You want it center or to the far right. It's up to you. To exit the header, click Header Footer and exit. And then we're going to create a cover page for this. So select Insert, Cover Page, and they're looking for Eon Light. And then I already typed it, so if you wanted to just go ahead and do this, this is the title, Quarterly Report Fiscal Year 2021. And for document title or subtitle, you can either put in the document title or in the subtitle, doesn't matter. Either way, if you want to select one of them, the book said, I think, to put it in the subtitle, so I'll delete it. And it puts in all caps for you. And it was 2021. I don't know where I got 2010. So this one, the title one, I'm actually going to delete. And it should have your name at the bottom. For the year, you can put today's date if you'd like. And then I'll have you select View and Multiple Pages. So the spreadsheet is in portrait and the cover sheet is in portrait, but sometimes when you have spreadsheets, you may want them landscape. You can keep it like this. This is perfectly fine, and go ahead and submit. Or if you'd like, click anywhere in the first row of the column headings, the department, and then choose Layout, Breaks, choose Continuous. And then on the same page, when you choose Orientation and select Landscape, it'll change. Go ahead and undo if you did, because for some reason it's adding a blank page. So we'll just keep it as this. Go ahead and save and submit.